All right, everybody, welcome to the All Gas Podcast, episode 2. You know, after injury, it took a little while to get us, going and everything, but I'm back. We're rolling, and we have a special guest today, Mr. Dylan Snead.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir. And we're going to talk a little bit about his competition he was in, or his pageant, like his mom says, and just get some insight and of how the experience was with him. So, number one question that you really didn't want is, what made you decide to do a bodybuilding show?
There's a lot of people that they would, from going and complete over here with Zach, and then, at work, everything, people were like, dude, your genetics are crazy. You need to do something with it besides just working out. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. And then actually this guy at work, which ended up being my coach, he was like, it was every week. I'd pass him at work, and he's like, dude, we need to get you on stage. And I was like, man, I don't know. And then it was finally, I think, like that ass is probably like the 12th time he asked me. He's like, let's do it. And I texted him, and he was like, look, man, this is up to you. I can't do it for you. He said, if you want to get started, we'll do it. And then right to it we went. And that's why we did it.
But you're glad you did it, though, right?
Absolutely. I can't wait to do it again.
So with you making it more of a training for a purpose, did it make the love for the gym more?
Oh, well, after I competed, it definitely did.
Right.
But during prep, man, you witnessed it firsthand. I hated being here. I couldn't stand it.
You lost your soul completely.
Absolutely.
I'd walk in, he'd just be
like a zombie.
See, but
dead.
I give
like a vegetable.
I give mad shout out to anybody that competes bodybuilders, because you have to completely just rip your body to pieces and build it back up and train at no calories, no carbs, no water. This man was drinking 30 ounces of water the last couple of days before the show. That's 3 swallows of spit, bro. but it's just tough. Like, me as a power lifter, all we do is eat and lift, and that's it. And they do the opposite. Like, they don't eat and still lift. So you could definitely see it on your face that you hated it every day and stuff, but it paid off in the end.
It did.
How do you feel about the placement you got with? You didn't have a whole lot of help. You had a little bit, but it was all self-driven.
Right. Yeah. So ultimately, my goal was just to get out there, and I set out what I wanted to do, and once I stepped on stage, I had already met my goal. But you know how competitive I am.
Yep.
I go out there and get second place, and you'll see in the clip, I took my medal off before I even got all the way off stage. I was like, man, this is bullcrap. It just put a bad taste in my mouth.
Right.
Because I know how hard I work. Granted, everybody else did the same thing, but
right.
It's that competition. That's
See,
what
but it makes you hungry, though. Like,
yeah.
If you'd went out there and smoked your first one,
right,
it would have dulled the effect, I feel like.
It's like what I was telling you the other day. I needed that for the extra motivation for the next one.
Right.
With the work on.
Yeah.
So on. But,
yeah. It's like I say all the time, not in your case necessarily failing, but failing is what fires this shit. Like, especially for me, with me being hurt and I can't work out like I want to, all I do is sit and think about, okay, when I get 100%, what I'm going to do? I'm going to change it this way. I'm going to be way better than I was before. And so with you getting the place you got, and you're like, okay, well, y'all wait till next competition.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show off. I'm going to pack on 30 more pounds of muscle and just go eat.
We're coming crazy next time.
Yeah, big time.
If you don't fail, then you never even get better. You know what I mean?
But you don't care enough.
Yeah. It's like, all right, so am I going to do just enough each time to where I can not fail? Right. But I'm just going to be doing the same shit every single time?
Right. And that's how I used to be. When I was younger, I would get every rep, every set, and I just thought I was badass. No. When I started failing is when I started growing, getting bigger, learning more, understanding my body better, mind-muscle connection, all that other stuff. So, there's so many levels to this stuff, and bodybuilding is one of the top tiers of these 4 walls, because the shit I seen you go through every day, man, bro, if you got to have a love for it in order to do every day.
Right.
And it's tough. And so how long did you started prepping? How much time did you have to prep for the show?
I think I mean, of course, that's obviously going to vary for everybody.
Right.
Because, I mean, I was already sort of lean. But
right.
I think I started right in the middle of January, which, of course, that was just a little bit of diet adjustments. Right. And then, which was a pretty good calorie cut for me.
Right.
Because, I just ate what I wanted to before.
Right.
But we had a cardio in with 8 weeks to go. And that's really when it just started kicking me. Because my diet was changing every 2 weeks, and then it got down to changing every week. So it was just new stuff every week. But like I said, everybody's body's going to be different with it. So.
I mean, but everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. Everybody has a different coach. Everybody has. But what was the hardest part of it? Was the posing the hardest part, or was it just a discipline?
Definitely discipline. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, you can't coach that, so it's something you got to put in your own mind. You can be coached to pose, and granted, that was tough. It really was, but I mean, it's not the posing that was hard. It's just you feel so awkward doing it, and I feel that's what I did mess up on stage a little bit. But I mean, like as far as keeping my head down and making sure I was locked tight, whatever. But definitely, discipline was the hardest part for me.
That goes for everything you do in here. Like discipline's everything.
Yep.
You can't come in here and get the body you want if you're not disciplined enough to do the things outside of here to keep them.
Right.
If my clients wasn't disciplined, I wouldn't have a job. Like, just bottom line. So that goes huge. Like with the whole piece. Like, but with that experience though, you met a lot of people at the show that gave you more wisdom and knowledge about it, and you've built your social media. You've added all those guys that you were going against or going with at the show, and you have a lifetime source of info.
Yep.
And that's when and that goes with powerlifting meets too. I tell people like do it to learn the wisdom, and then you never know, there might be a part of it you don't know, and you'll fall in love with it. Like meeting new people and that have the same love as you, and you'll just friends forever.
Right.
And that's the good part of it.
What's that?
Somebody always knows something that you don't. You know what I'm saying? You think you know everything about it, but somebody's always going to have a different piece of advice. Yep. Like you said about the coach, everybody's got a different coach. Yep. And it's crazy because they're kind of similar, but every coach takes their athlete a different direction.
They do. Yep.
Like nothing ever lines up. It's crazy. And
that's the same way with with me training. Like there's 5,700 trainers in Roanoke, and none of us are the same.
Right.
And it's all about the route we took to become a trainer is what type of trainer we are, And ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, you just got to find what fits you the best. And usually you get a good coach, it leads you in the right direction. It makes it easier. It's still not easy.
Yeah.
But what you going to say?
You were saying something, weren't you?
Come on, man. No, I was just gonna ask, like, what's like the atmosphere like at the show? You know what I mean? Because like I know you were talking about how you like met friends and stuff, but like because I've never been to one, I probably never will be, and I mean never will be in one, but like backstage and stuff, is like everybody like cool, or is it more of like everybody's there just dead set, not talking, mean mugging mindset? Like,
well, dude, that's what I was telling you. I mean, there's all kinds of different. Like, you can tell people, like me, I was nervous as could be. But I had been in touch with this dude for, like, 4 weeks that ended up winning the overall. And he kind of hung out with me backstage, calmed my mind. I mean, of course, you're back there just getting pumped, carving up the right time, etc. But, dude, there's a ton of tension back there between some of the guys. I don't know if, they have competed before against one another. But, I mean, there's people back there sizing each other up, like, turning completely around, looking at people. It's
what are you doing over there?
It was wild, dude. I was like, oh my gosh.
But I could see it when I was there, and it's just that alpha mentality. Cause
it is.
Bodybuilding, you're really making the best version of you, and you got to believe it. If you don't believe it, if you don't step on that stage with the confidence of I'm going to win, you don't have a chance. And it'll show. Like those guys, I watched those guys, and me and you talked about it when they were posing. They'll have that just extra, that too. But they'll have that extra flair when they're posing.
Yeah, and
the confidence is just it'll for somebody that don't have it, you'll run them off the stage. But then also when you have the flex off, everybody's fighting to get position, bumping elbows. Dude. And the judges have to tell, hey, spread out. There's too much muscle for y'all to be together like that.
There's plenty of room up there.
But it's like, and then for me as a powerlifter, when I went to the show, it immediately made me want to be like, forget powerlifting. I just want to just cut up and just be, ripped. Like those dudes, like, I seen muscles I didn't even know people had. I'm like, what is that? Man. Like, so, and, I sat far back and, just so I can video. And those guys looked, they looked big on stage. And then one guy came off the stage and was like 3 times me. And he looked like 160 pounds on stage. I said, geez.
Hey, commercial break.
All right, guys. First off, I want to send a shout out to Peak Energy and Nutrition. It's 3822 Shenandoah Avenue. Bear and the crew there, they've hooked us up so many times with a bunch of dope shakes and energy juices, like you name it. Like you go out there, you will not be upset at all. Like it's addicting. Like I need something every day. Like, and they're just a small time joint that it's just looking out for everybody. And they come in and check the gym out, and they're always making sure if we need anything and stuff. So definitely go check them out and follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Peak Energy and Nutrition. But back to Dylan.
What you got for me?
But so before we did Peak, he was talking about the tension backstage and stuff like that. You were probably pretty like quiet and
absolutely.
To yourself.
You know how I am.
Yeah.
Bro, I was sitting back there like, dude, these guys are about to destroy me. What is going on?
See, but you did better than you thought.
Yep.
And that's always a good thing.
Did we say where he placed yet?
I was kind of waiting on him to say it, but
we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
So
I'll go ahead and say it. Be humble all you want. I'm gonna go ahead and hype you up.
I'm gonna say it. Do it.
I'm gonna say it. No, so you placed second in your class, right?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Is it class?
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I just come in here, I pick stuff up, I put it down, I go
just
home.
Say it with confidence. Don't just like.
Okay.
You can't be wrong if you say it confidently.
So he placed second in his class in his first show, and then
qualified for national.
Qualified nationally, yeah. So in your first show.
Part.
So tell everybody where the nickname the kid came from.
Yeah, so
I
actually,
know this.
huh?
I've been wondering about that.
Got you.
Well, that's what a lot of people.
I got you.
A lot of people were asking me. They're like, "Yeah, did you give that nickname yourself?" I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" But so actually, I was talking to the guy prior to the show, which the show promoter. He's big time dude, best friends with Jay Cutler. Hopefully, everybody knows who that is. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to him on the phone, because I'm worried about it, asking him questions, making sure I'm signed up. Have everything I need, my tanning lined up, all that.
So you got his number like that?
Well,
you just call him up like, hey, man.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
And anyways, he was asking a little bit about me, and got to talk to him, told him I was 21, and told him I followed him on Instagram. He's like, all right, I'm going to go check yours out, yada, yada. And then he was checking it out, and he was like, dude, you're 21? I was like, yeah, man. And he's like, man, I would have paid to have your physique at your age. And then he was talking about actually that's what he told me. He said ain't nobody here under 25 ever went like to the finals. And I was like,
till now.
Well, I was like, my confidence confidence was like straight down. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. And he said but you really do got a bright future and this and that. He said, I know what I'm gonna start calling you. I said, what's that? He said, the kid. Man, I kind of like that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. And sure enough, I know I had to be the youngest by far. I mean, besides the teen class.
Yeah, and he was by himself.
Yeah, they had a teen class. This kid was out there.
I can sign up for that.
He won it all.
I look 16.
He ate it up, man.
Yeah, he kept asking to come out and just flex for everybody.
Dylan?
Yeah, no. The teenage kid. That was in the teenage class. He was by himself, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, he kept asking the announcer if he can come out and just pose for everybody.
I remember, this is terrible.
All right.
This is terrible of me, but I mean, the night before, of course, I'm in a terrible mood.
Right. Yeah.
Irritable as fuck, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And me and Mom were going to get something to eat so I could carb up. And I see this kid, and I could tell he's tan as can be. And I looked at Mom. She kind of looked at me, and I looked back at the kid, and I was like, there ain't no way that kid's competing. I said, there ain't no way he is. And sure enough, next day. But props to him, man. He went out there.
Big time. He had a blast.
Everybody said he put on. Bro, he had more medals than anybody.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He put on the show. Like, he went out there and was like, yeah, this is me.
Was he beefed up, though?
Huh?
No, not beefed up.
Man, what was it, probably 130 pounds?
Maybe.
Probably 130 pounds.
That's the thing, though. He still went out there.
It wasn't,
no, but
he
he
was still like, I'm the
right,
man. Let me go pose in front of these people.
The confidence that man had was unreal.
And it wasn't men's physique either. So he had to do all these, like, classic poses. So, yeah. Did he do a routine?
Yep.
Where they dance and stuff?
Yeah, had his song. And that was the only part about that I didn't like about the show, when you got to pick your song. Some of these dudes are trying too damn hard, man.
Oh, God.
They was coming out to fucking, like, Whitney Houston and, like...
What was that one? I remember I was backstage, and my mom had texted me, and she was like, do y'all get to watch this?
Yeah.
So me and the dude Steven that took overall, we like walked around in the corner and peeked up there, and this dude's like doing the robot.
Oh yeah, they were going hard. Dude pulled out the drunk guy at the wedding dances. Like,
That's what it was,
dude was going off, and then dude, they was playing like Ace of Base. Like, I'm talking like some of the guys' songs. I'm like, that's probably all you had. Like, is that it? Like, you couldn't. I don't know. But then there were some guys that it just hit perfect, you know, like with their whole routine. But
what was your song?
I didn't have one.
you didn't get to do it.
Oh.
But a lot of dudes are trying to be too sexy, bro.
Oh.
Wasn't feeling it. Wasn't a fan.
They were bringing out like Magic Mike moves?
Wasn't a fan. Wasn't a fan. But, you know, still congrats to everybody that was in the show and the hard work and stuff it takes to do that at all.
Yeah,
you know, we joke around and play and stuff, but we respect it 100%. It's real.
Oh, it's real. I could never do it.
You could.
I like Mellow Mushroom and shout out to Mellow Mushroom. I like all that stuff. I don't want to
shout out to Pringles. I had a can of Pringles last night.
But so what's your direction now, Dylan? Like, what's your goal? Like, what's your plan as of today? Like, what's going on?
My goal that I've told everybody, and actually I told my coach before I even got on stage. I said, dude, if I like this, I'm going pro before I turn 23. And that's what I'm sticking with. I know I can do it. So
Thanks.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I'm going towards.
Might as well.
When's your next show?
So I turned 22 in probably like exactly a month now. And
I'm over here thinking the man's already 22.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I don't
He was
lie
like,
to
I
so
was
many
born in
people,
99.
I don't
I
lie
was like,
to
you're
so
born in
many
99.
people.
I was like, I keep forgetting I'm like 3 years older than you.
So, I don't even want to talk about age, but I don't lie to a lot of people about.
Travis just celebrated his 22nd birthday
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Yeah. Was older than 16, but yep.
22.
Oh gosh.
Like,
But no, next show
Next show I'm
after
shooting
22.
I'm shooting for probably 9 months.
Okay.
That way, I mean maybe 10. It all depends with how good I grow and if everything goes to plan.
What's like your goal before your next show? Like, what do you want to like? So taking away from your first show, what do you want to be different about your second show?
About 30, 25 pounds heavier on stage.
Yeah.
That's not going in the ball. I mean, I know it's a lot, but also I know if I just did that, I can do it.
You can do it.
I mean, you jumped into this one, you know, I feel like short notice.
Yeah.
You know, so now with you having time to plan it your way and the fact that you went through it once to know, you know, what you need to work on, what you don't need to work on. It just, I believe, you know, what you get from out of here, it's all in your hands now.
Yeah.
You know, and I can't express how much a support system is important in this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know, and there's a lot of people that, you know, say they got your back and stuff like this. And that's even with me and my job. Like, I've lost a lot of friends with my profession because I don't have the free time that everybody else has. I don't answer the phone 100 times, you know, a day. But, like, you know, you had a bunch of people that, you know, that hadn't said nothing to you, hadn't congratulated you, hadn't do anything. But at the end of the day, you got to use that as motivation, you know.
Yeah.
Like, no hard feelings, no nothing. But at the same time, like, when you have the gang with you, supporting you, like, they'll just be like, hell yeah, I'll drive down. Let's go. You know, that makes the world of difference.
I think that, yeah. Once I knew you were coming, that was like, I was like, dude, that's what I'm talking about.
I tried my best to get there.
He couldn't get off, though.
I couldn't get off.
Yeah, so, but at the same time, like, you know, it's the fact that you would have went. You know, you were texting me and
you texted me and shouted me out.
Right, you know, and for people that couldn't come, just to reach out and send a message. Like, he came off stage, he texted me. I'm like, how the hell is he texting me? I didn't know he even had his phone back here. So I'm sitting there saying all kinds of stuff to him while he was back here.
Yeah, but I texted him when I come off stage. Said, "How'd that look?"
And I was like, "What the hell?"
He said, "Back spreading good."
I said, "Yeah, hell yeah, do your thing."
Then I come off again, checked it one more time because I had just hit first call outs, and at that point I was like, "Man, this is what I'm talking about. I love this."
You can see you fall into it. You can see it. You just settled.
Yeah, but I walked back here and checked my phone, and because I mean, you have what 40-hour break.
Yeah.
And I walked back here and checked my phone, and Trav texted me, said, "Good shit, boy."
Good shit, boy. I like that.
All right. I was like, all right, so maybe we'll do pretty good.
Yeah. Can I let me touch on one thing while we're on that subject, like support systems and stuff, and how you're saying, like, you know, a lot of people, like, you had, like, the people that were hitting you up, hyping you up, you know, shouting you out and stuff like that and showing support, and then all the people that don't but still want to act like, you know, you're like your good friend, and then here we are 2 years later, he's pro qualified, he's probably sponsored by Gymshark, some shit like that.
Something cool.
Dude's got, like, almost 1 million on Instagram.
And not even talking about TikTok.
Nope. And then here comes all those people that weren't there in the beginning. They're like, "Oh, like, you remember me? Like, we were such good friends."
But that comes with yeah, you know, it comes with the job. Like, you know, when I started training and I wasn't really training anybody, you know, it's different than me now. Like, I've got friends now that don't say nothing about what I do, you know, nothing at all. You know, even when I got hurt, didn't reach out, didn't say anything. It's just part of it, and it's part of the stuff that you have to block out and move along with it. And like with you, you know, the better you get, the more you're going to lose the people that was supposed to be tight with you, you know?
Right.
And as bad as it sounds, man, there's a lot of jealousy and there's a lot of, like, you know, them wishing that they were you. And it's not a lot of people, but it does happen. Like, I've got people, I hear about people that don't like me. I don't even know these people.
You know why they don't like you? Because everybody else does.
That's not the reason I was thinking. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's a fact, though, because, like, if anybody, like, yesterday I was at Diane's for a booth, and I was like, I want to bring her on the podcast because she's real big. She does, like, the news workout Wednesday thing. Yeah. And she was like, "Who do you do it with?" I was like, "Travis." She goes, "Oh, Squatty." Yeah. She was like, "He's awesome." Bro, I was like, "You met him?" She was like, "No, but everybody talks so highly of him." I was like,
"But I don't even know my first name anymore." I was telling. That's what it is. But
I knew it started with a T.
I was telling them the other night. I was like, I was in the mall. Two couple guys was behind me that I knew, and they kept saying Travis, and I never even heard it. He said Squatty one time. I turned around and looked at him like, "What's up?"
What?
I'm like, "That's bad."
Yeah.
So
we told him he's got to change his ID.
Yeah.
Squatty Pippen.
Yeah, with me being hurt, I'm just gonna be Benchy Pippen.
Benchy Pippen.
Benchy Pippen.
So we're gonna change your name to Benchy Pippen.
But you know, to get back on it, like, yeah, you're gonna have people that don't support you all the way, and that's cool. But you need to not even look at that and think about the people that are there, you know, because you do have a big group of people that, you know, are here whenever you need it to be. So.
That's exactly what I did too.
So as of right now, what would you tell somebody that wants to start prepping for a show now? What would be the top 3 things you would say?
Do it.
God damn.
Lord, something good.
Here's a blooper.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't cut it. I'm still ready. And we back. Let's go.
Yeah, I'd say do it. It's definitely something you won't regret. And if anything, you're going to learn from it. You're going to be stronger mentally.
Going through some shit.
You're going to be stronger mentally, definitely. And, I mean, yeah, just do it. I mean, you will never know about a show prep until you go through one.
Fact.
You can watch every video you want. You ain't ever gonna know until you experience. Everything will change. Like, 'cause your mindset's gonna change. Literally everything is. You'll be randomly. You're gonna get emotional, and there's just I don't know. There's so much that goes into it. I mean, there's really not, but it changes your whole mental state.
It does. It makes you look at everything different.
You wake up one day, just cry at something random, and you're going to turn around and wake up another day and be wanting to kill somebody. Then you wake up one day and feel normal. Yeah. So, I don't know. Just do it. That's all I can say. I mean,
and with our podcast, I'm not cutting the tape because I dropped the mic. I'm not cutting the tape because he's laughing at me and I'm choking on my drink too. Like, I'm going through it. Like, but yeah, dude. Like, that's tough, man. Like, everybody that I seen, man, like in the show, if they didn't win, the determination and the get back they had on their face was nuts. Like, all the guys that came off stage while everybody else was still on, they came out, grabbed their shit, and dipped. It wasn't no talking. It wasn't no, they were fired up. They went home to plan out the next move. And with you, did the same thing after we went and ate pizza. But
that was my next question. What was your first meal after the show?
Well, hold on, let me rewind it back. Go ahead and ask him. I messed it up. All right, I'll ask him.
No, you're good. Keep it rolling, man.
Yeah. So what did you eat when you got off the show?
Yeah, me, Trav, and my family, and we went straight to, what was it, Old Chicago Pizza or something?
Chicago Pizza, yeah.
And it was like a 30, 40-minute wait. We just sat outside, chilling. Glad that it was over, but I was thirsty as crap because I was dehydrated. And I was so bad I wanted to walk in there and just be like, can I just have a water?
That's it. He didn't want nothing to eat. He wanted water.
But
I said, I'm not speaking. He's not speaking for me. Okay. Get him water, but I need something to eat.
Yeah, I definitely smashed the whole pizza, though. And
but you didn't feel like crap afterwards?
Nah. I honestly thought I would, too. That's all I've ever heard, but.
Yeah, I heard, like, the first, like, meal you have after, like, show prep and shit, you literally just throw every single piece of it up.
Nah, I felt fine.
Just because your body's like, what the fuck
and
is
you
this?
And you ate just, like, greasy pizza, and it didn't happen.
Nope.
But you got that 20-year-old stomach, too. Yeah. Let my old ass do it. I'm going to be out for about a week. But.
And then, actually, when we left, my sister actually stopped at the gas station, and I got it was like a double chocolate chip ice cream cookie.
Oh yeah,
I got that and this energy drink that I've always loved.
You hadn't had an energy drink the whole prep, right?
No, and it's got like 62 grams of sugar.
Oh,
so did you take?
I got that and I just smashed it, and I was in the car, I guess.
You about ran home probably.
Huh? No.
Did you? So you didn't take pre-workout or anything?
What, before the show?
Yeah, like prepping.
So, no, during prep I took pre-workout.
Did you have to take a certain pre? Or was it?
No. So actually, shout out to Complete. I took
tell them where you get your stuff
I
from.
took a thermogenic pre-workout, and you remember I'd be right here on the stair climber, pouring sweat, pushing the sled.
So what was you doing? 20 minutes stair climber, 20 minute sled.
So I'd push the sled for 20 minutes, just praying for that alarm to go off, and then I'd catch my breath basically, and I'd come in here and get on a stair climber for 10 more minutes, and then do a cool down. By then I was shot. Leaving here, driving home, no music on.
So how far into the prep did you really like? Where you hit that switch and you just locked in and was like, "There's nothing that's going to get in my way."
First day.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, I did.
Yes,
I did. The first day I was like, especially after like some of the messages I had. I mean, they weren't bad, but just saying like, "Dude, I can't do this for you," and actually somebody that's very irrelevant to me now, but it still eats me alive, and it's one of the reasons. It was some of my motivation. I still have a text on my phone.
Probably 80% of it.
Yeah, it says that I can't do it. I can't give up alcohol. I can't give up partying. Yada yada. Just basically, you're not gonna do a show because you can't do it.
Fuck that! I would have FaceTimed him on stage. Be like, "Hang on, can you quit announcing real quick?" Hey, fuck you.
I'd have went and picked him up and brought him to the show. But yeah, that's good. Everybody has their motivation. Like my little ones are my motivation. Like I feel like with my son, he's 14 now. He's, big into sports. He comes here all the time. I have to show him the way, as in through me, not tell him the way. I see a lot of parents that tell kids what to do, and then they're out here doing whatever. I make sure that, even my social media, me in here, he sees that it is one version of me, and that's it. And it's turned out to be the best thing I've ever been through. And when I got hurt, his message alone said it for me as, okay, I'm coming back strong.
Right.
Because, he told me that I was the best role model he could ever have. And it's little stuff, man, like your motivation's everything. No matter it's, somebody that sends you a text, like sometimes just you eternally will just be your own motivation and be like, I'm not going to fail at it. But, kids tend to be the number one motivation, motivational push. But what's your motivation, man? You, that guy.
I got a bunch of things, man.
Yeah, my boy's awesome.
I don't know, man. Family for me is a big one,
That's a huge one for me, too.
Yeah, just because, like, me growing up, like, until I was probably, like, 6 or 7, I guess, family wasn't, like, the best thing in the world. Like, my parents got divorced early.
Right.
Stuff like that. And then, to be honest, like, my stepdad, he's one of my biggest motivators because he's the definition of, you can do anything, hard work. Like, he grew up in Philly, like, right in the street. He was a street over from Will Smith, actually, which is kind of dope. And, his dad was a drug addict. He had nothing going for him. He was there for, racism, the whole 9 yards. And come now, how old is he? He's 56 now?
Still young.
56 years later, dude's the head cardiologist over at Carillion. Put himself through medical school, college. He played college ball. And, like, it's just, like, I look at that and it's like, bro, it's like, growing up, like, I always thought I had it hard, right? I have nothing hard. I had a family there supporting me. I had food on the table. I had, them, whatever I want to do. Like, when I dropped out of college to pursue, like, my whole, like, social media influencer type deal, like, I came to him. I was like, look, I've been through 3 years at Western. I was like, it's not me. I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to stop wasting money, work on, myself, my dreams, do that. And they were like, go for it. They were like, we'll be with you every step of the way. They were like, just make sure you get it done. I was like, all right. So family's just to go on that long answer. Family's my biggest inspiration. So
big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Zach showing Dylan how close to be the mic.
Make that mic your pillow.
Goofy, bro. I could right now.
That's what I'm here for, man. Comedic relief.
It's not better than my mic falling off.
I'm gonna be doing stand-up comedy at Waffle House on Saturday night.
Damn. But yeah. Meat prep. So one of the biggest questions, I like putting Dylan on the spot. I told him I wouldn't do it. Damn it, I'm doing it.
Well, it's just before he was like, y'all are gonna ask me questions, right? He's like, nope, you're just gonna talk the whole time.
Yeah, that's it. It's all you. I'm sitting back. One of the biggest questions this man got over and over and over and over.
The most annoying question.
Like, and people, you got to understand how to take this question as more of a compliment than a negative. But I asked him if he was natural.
Yeah.
Bitch, what? Yeah. Like,
I don't think people understand what weight I started at and how much I lost.
Right.
How much weight did you lose?
Probably like, 10 pounds?
It's crazy.
But no, probably like 15.
Yeah.
Granted, a bunch of it's water. I think I ended up losing 4 pounds of muscle. But yeah, I ain't going no cut and put on 4 pounds of muscle.
But yeah, I mean, I got asked a bunch, and I'm just like,
So I had people at Complete.
duh.
Like they came in, they'd be like, "Yeah, I need some protein." And but while I'm here, let me. I'm like, dude, shut up. Like,
Chill out, bro.
No.
Like at the end of the day, if you look like you're juicing and you're not, that's a big compliment. like especially a good, body type, not full of water and
Right.
But yeah, man, like it used to be where it would make people mad about getting asked that, but at the same time, that means you're doing what you're supposed to.
Right.
And this goes out to people who do use, man. It don't forget what everybody believes. It don't make it easier. Like you don't No, that's not like, I mean, we can have a podcast and actually have people that's willing to talk about it and show you that it is not easier. You don't get no superpowers, you know, shooting lasers out of your eyes, shit like that. Like,
these motherfuckers work harder than the people that aren't.
I'm telling you, because once again, you invest in yourself a little more, you know? So we'll have people on here that I want to have a male and female and have them talk about it. Because there's a lot of myths and just stupid shit going on about people like that juice and don't juice, like if it's the benefits, all that other stuff. Like, but yeah, you know, it was just, I got tired of hearing, you know, getting asked if you were on something, or I'm like, did you at least tell them congratulations before you ask a question like that?
No.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. But
if it's two people, I'm thinking no. Definitely
man, it was a lot of people. And I'm like, dude, I posted pictures as soon as, you know, we left the place. The dude commented on the thing. That. Was it tested or not?
Yeah.
You need to go get tested because you're stupid. Like, damn, can you get a congrats or something?
Yeah.
What's he taking? Like a lunch break right now. Like, leave him alone. But yeah. So I mean, Dylan, tell everybody your Instagram. Spell it out for these people that ask questions like that.
My Instagram is at Dylan Snead. I'm not spelling it because
we'll have it on the video.
Hopefully everybody should know.
It'll be in the. I've had like 8 strokes today. I don't know what's going on.
Work with him. Bless him.
Not the comment. The description. Jesus, man.
In my
bless him.
We'll just put my TikTok on there.
I mean, I guess
it's the same thing. Just add the number 1 to the back.
Yes, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna talk about something that's kind of super important to me, is just your overall health. Like, I was going 100 miles an hour, you know, with the first podcast. You know, since we've been here, I've been wide open 6-7 days a week, 12, 13, 14 hours a day, sleeping 3, 4, 5 hours a day, and my injury really was good for my mental health, my physical health, emotional. Me trapped in my room for 10 days, like, I couldn't do nothing but think and reset and reevaluate everything I do. And, you know, when I got hurt, I shoved a couple of days together with my workout and my prep that I shouldn't have, and my body gave out on me. And I thought that it was way, way worse than it was. So for people that don't know, you know, I was squatting at 4:30 and I was doing 3 sets of 6.
God damn.
Yeah, so I was did the first set, everything felt fine. The second set, I do 1 rep, come up, felt great. Second rep, I go to the bottom and I go to press, and my damn groin exploded. Thanks,
Can't say it like that.
I mean, it felt like a grenade.
As Trav would say, it busted like a can of biscuits.
It felt like a can of biscuits. Quick in my draw. Like, I was like, what is going on? Like, and it freaked me out. And my lower abdomen stretched to far beyond where it should have. And I somewhat tore that also. So for 4 days, I was pretty much paralyzed from the waist down. Like, I had to have people move my legs for me and all that stuff. And it just changed my whole view of this. Like I can't. I'm not like lifting heavy. Like I'm 38. Like, I don't need to prove nothing to nobody else.
You're 22.
22, I'm at. And I don't need to prove nothing to nobody anymore. So, you know, I'm gonna be lifting for longevity. Like, I left my ego, which I don't feel like I ever had an ego, in that ER room. So everybody, you've got to get rest. Take a rest day if you need it. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to help you more than anything.
2 of them.
2 of them.
Can I say something about you being in the ER real quick?
Yeah.
This is why I love Travis. So the moment I find out, I called him. I think you were on your way to the ER.
I was in the waiting room. I was sitting there.
Yep. He was sitting there and like, because I wasn't here. I was at work, and then somebody told me, and that's when I immediately ran in the back and called him. This is my boy. I ain't going to let him be stranded like that. And, you know, he was like, yeah. He was like, I'm here now. He was like, he just sounded in pain, which, I mean, he was. And he was like, yeah, I'll call you and let you know, like, what they say. So about an hour goes by, and he calls me. And I'm like, oh, okay, good news, finally. And then I answer the phone. I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, man, he's all up. he's drugged out right now. He goes, I got a great idea for a podcast. I was like, are you okay though? He was like, I don't know. They're still running tests. But let me talk about the podcast real quick.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. I'm trying to get my mind on it. But yeah, I was sitting there and you know, to be real with you, like when it popped, I mean, dude, I immediately started bawling. Like it was that much pain at one time that I just started bawling my freaking eyes out, and I went from upset to angry. And as we sit here and look at the hole in the wall, of me, you know, punching my door off the hinges, and it was just off pain, like, and it just. So the biggest part of it for me, and you know, I wanted everybody to hear this part of it. I bawled my eyes out because I had to give up what I love, you know, and that's squat. You know, Squatty Pippen's my name. But I committed to a lot of people about this competition and that I would do it with them, and the fact that I was hurt again. So all three of those things hit me at once, and it just broke my heart. And I realized that I couldn't be there like I wanted to be, but I could still be there. But I thought I had a hernia, but it wasn't. I'm healing up way better than I thought. Like, I'm moving like I want. I can't squat. So that's why I'm going to be Benchy Pippen. No, but please take care of yourself. Like, I wish I can go back and go about it different, even though that injury helped me a lot with how I look at stuff now. But it's just your body's, you only get one. And it's nothing to play with at all.
Yep.
At all. Mm-mm. And shout out to the ER because they had me out about 2 hours. They pumped me full of morphine, bro, and it didn't even work. It's like it just made me keep peeing. Like, I didn't know. Like, I mean, it didn't numb it at all, and you know, it was just weird. And I had my first CAT scan.
What's that like?
Spaceship. I don't know about puked. I don't get it. She said it too. She was like, "Hey, we're gonna pump this iodine in you, and you got to hold your breath when you're in it, whatever." And it tells you when to hold your breath. And the thing goes over, and it says "hold your breath," and it shows a picture of her. And I was like, "All right," did it. And all of a sudden, I felt like I was going to puke, and I was sitting there dry heaving, and I was like, "What is going on?" But then, you know, you only had to do it like for like 30 seconds or something.
Hold your breath for 30 seconds?
No, hell no. Like, hold your breath for like 10.
I was like, I can't do
like
that.
Like the whole procedure, like the whole thing was like probably 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Because they had to go over you like 3 times.
Is it like it's like
spaceship?
It's like you go.
No,
like into the thing.
No, so the bed moves, the bed stays, and the thing goes over you and scans your body.
Okay. Yep.
And I was mad because I had to wear a gown. I had these cheeks out the whole time. I'm like, come on, bro. Yeah, I squat. You see it. No. But no. But do y'all have like an injury that really changed y'all's outlook on shit? But yeah, so like injuries will change your mind frame on a lot of stuff, man. Like really make you I've been hurt a lot. And I train smart. Like it's just years and years and years of doing it, and stuff's gonna break down. It just happens. You just gotta, recover and repair to make it better than it was.
I had an injury.
It's all right. We'll work through it. We'll get through it together, Zach.
I had an injury. It was related to like the gym and stuff, but it wasn't like a injury from like actually like lifting. It was because I had kidney stones senior year. Well, late into senior year, because I started working out the beginning of my senior year after golf season, and I just went hardcore into it. Like I fell in love immediately, and I was 17 at the time, so I was like, protein equal muscle, right? Yeah. So here I am, fucking pounding like 4 protein shakes a day, eating nothing but chicken. So I mean, like my protein intake had to be I swear to God, dude, I was like, my mom gave me her car to go to the store to get food, and I get like the like $20 tubs of protein from Kroger that was just ass in a can, but protein. And like I was just 17, so I was like, yeah, protein equals muscle. So the more protein I eat, the more big I'll get, right?
More bigger.
No, man.
Boy, forgot about them carbs.
I don't know what I did, but come into senior year, I get kidney stones, and they ended up like after like my procedure and being out like laying in the bedridden like on pain pills for a month, and then finally peeing them out after like I had to get them lithotripsy like blasted up and stuff. Oh yeah, it feels like you got punched in your kidney for just like an hour straight by like Floyd Mayweather. You pee blood for like 3 days too. I'm not gonna get into it.
Please.
I'm sent off test. They're like, hey man, they're like, how much protein do you eat? I was like,
all of it.
All of it. I was like, yeah.
Why, you got any?
Like, you got some? And they're like, yeah. I was like, well, like, honestly, I was like, well, dude, I was like, I'll be real honest. I was like, I do like 4 protein shakes a day. I eat chicken and rice 2 times a day, and then, you know, like protein bars and stuff. They're like, well, you need to quit. They're like, because this is from a protein like buildup overload. I was like, so that's a thing. They're like, yeah. And I was like, all right. So then, like, that's when I actually started looking into like macros and like actually like how to eat protein correctly and not just overload.
You know, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. But what you do? No.
Huh?
No.
I mean, I don't really have like a serious injury, but I can tell you now, like, no kidding. Me and Trav have been like back crazy at it since my show because we're both just motivated, ready to go. And I can tell where my body is slowly, I'm getting my strength back. I'm slowly getting my strength back, and I can, like in my elbows and shoulders, and everything is just killing me. So even though I'm coming right off show, highly motivated, ready to get back at it, I need to slow down. Because I've been doing, how many 2-a-days have I done since?
All of them.
Yeah. I've probably done like 8 2-a-days since the show.
Yeah.
Just want to come back better.
Make sure you listen to this podcast.
I need to let my body chill out and rest. Rest is a huge thing.
It's hard. I mean, you're just hungry.
And you only grow when you rest.
That's it. Me, when I was hurt, I grew. Like, I actually,
legs, they done diced up.
Yeah, dude. So I lost body fat and I got bigger, and I can't. I mean, it's from me sleeping. The pain pills had me sleeping all day, every day. It's like I got to the point to where like day 7, 8, 9, 10, I didn't want to go to sleep. I'd be like, yo, let's go somewhere. Like I'm sick of sleeping right now. Like I don't even want to sleep no more ever. Rest of my life.
I think it's like the 3rd or 4th day you come like waddling into the complete. I was like, go lay down. You're like, no,
I'm good.
I can't.
And then I got to the car and I was just like, I should have stayed home. And then I left out of the mall and I was sitting like this, and all of a sudden I was getting ready to sneeze. I said, please God, no, please, no. And then I'm about to just ran off the interstate. I'm like, that is the worst. Like I almost passed out. Like it hurt that bad. Like I couldn't cough, I couldn't laugh, I couldn't sneeze, I couldn't even get up on my own. Like I had a panic attack like 4 days in because I couldn't breathe by the way I was laying, and I tried to get up and I couldn't. And I was by myself. Like I couldn't. And I freaked out. Like, and I've never had a panic attack. It had to be what it was.
Yeah,
it had to be.
Get Trav a life alert necklace.
Man, I need something.
Yeah, no kidding.
I need something. Or a rope just hanging from the ceiling. I don't know, something. Like, and I was like, what? And I forced myself up. And I went and sat at the foot of the bed like this for 5 hours because I didn't want to lay back down. Because if I did, I know I couldn't get back up. And I'm going to tell you.
Panic attack.
I'm sick of my room. But yeah, I freaked out. I went because I couldn't breathe and I couldn't get up. All I could do was move my head. And I broke something getting up. I don't know what it was, but
you're about to break that leaf. You're tired of being in that room so long.
I know.
Like, man, I gotta move now.
I know. But I'm back now. We're in here banging and stuff, and so the next couple episodes, guys, we're gonna have Zach Hampton, who's doing his first powerlifting meet. Diane Simmons, who's awesome in the community. She's on the news doing her stuff. See her everywhere. And then Zach's buddy Isaac
Gaming. He literally does anything you can think of.
That's it, dude. So we're just going to have a lot of awesome people on here. And also we're trying to be at peak energy nutrition to do a podcast and a live video. So make sure y'all tune in, watches. Shout out to Dylan for being on the show. Appreciate you. And we'll catch y'all next time, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, sir. Over and out.
We'll be right back.